Let me begin with a question that may sound a little funny, but it's important. Would you brush your teeth only once a year for 5 hours straight? No way, right? That sounds crazy. We all know that's not how it works. You brush your teeth every single day, maybe for just 2 minutes. It's a small thing, but you do it regularly, and that's what keeps your teeth healthy and clean. Now let's think about English. Can you learn fluent English by studying just 1 day a month for 5 hours? Not really. But if you spend a few minutes every day, just like brushing your teeth, you will see amazing results. This is what we call consistent practice. And trust me, it works like magic. So what does consistent really mean? It means doing something again and again, not just once in a while. Not just when you feel excited or when you have free time. It means doing it even when you're tired, even when you're busy, even when you're not in the mood. That's when real learning happens. If you want to grow your English, you don't need 5 hours on Sunday. You need 10 to 15 minutes every day. Let's talk about why this small daily practice is so powerful. First, your brain learns best through repetition. This means when you see or hear something many times, your brain starts to remember it naturally. Think about how you learned your own language as a child. Did you study grammar rules or take notes? No. You heard the same words and sentences over and over. Your parents said things like, "Come here," "Eat your food," or "Good night" every day. Slowly, your brain picked them up. It works the same way with English. For example, let's say you hear the sentence, "What's up?" on day 1. Maybe you don't know what it means, but then you hear it again in a movie and again in a podcast. A few days later, someone says it to you and you finally understand. It just means, "How are you?" Repetition taught you that. Or let's say you hear, "I'll catch you later." At first, it may sound confusing. You might think, what do they want to catch? But after hearing it 5 or 6 times, you get it. It means, "See you later." You didn't memorize it, you just picked it up naturally. That's the power of daily exposure. Second, practice makes speaking automatic. When you're new to English, everything feels slow. You have to stop, think in your native language, translate, and then speak. It's like trying to drive a car for the first time. You keep checking everything and it feels hard. But with practice, things become smooth. You stop thinking about grammar and start focusing on speaking. Let's say you practice the sentence, "I'm going to the market." On the first day, you say it slowly, word by word. But by the 3rd or 4th day, it starts to come out easily. Then try changing the example. "I'm going to the gym," "I'm going to the office," or "I'm going to meet my friend." Every time you say a version of that sentence, your fluency improves. The sentence structure becomes automatic. You don't need to think about it. It just flows. Another example, "Can I help you?" Try replacing the subject and verb. Can she help you? Can we help them? Can they help me? These small changes build your sentence muscle. The more you repeat, the faster and more natural it feels. Third, daily practice builds your confidence. Confidence doesn't come from watching English videos for hours or reading big grammar books. Confidence comes from doing something small every day and seeing yourself get better. You begin to feel, yes, I can do this. Let me share a few examples. One learner named Raj used to be very shy. He never spoke in class because he thought his English was too weak. But one day he started practicing 5 minutes each morning. Just small things, saying what he would eat or what he planned to do that day. I'm having tea. I will go to the office. After 1 week, he felt brave enough to answer 1 question in class, then 2. After a month, he was chatting with classmates in English, not perfectly, but confidently. Another example is Fatima. She started by just reading 1 short story in English each night before bed. After a while, she started repeating some of the sentences out loud. Slowly, she noticed she was able to speak more confidently with her coworkers. Her vocabulary grew, her fear dropped, and her smile became bigger. So let's take a moment to remember the main point here. A little every day is much better than a lot once a month. Small steps every day are the secret to big success. You're not climbing a mountain in 1 jump. You're taking 1 step, then another, then another. That's how you grow your English. Now you might be thinking, okay, I understand why it's important, but what exactly should I do in those 10 to 15 minutes? Good question. I'll walk you through 5 activities, and you can choose the ones that feel fun and easy for you. Let's begin with the first activity, listening to English. This is one of the best ways to learn, and it's super easy to fit into your day. You can listen to a podcast, a story, or a short video. It doesn't have to be long or difficult. Just pick something made for English learners. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen and let your ears get used to the sound of English. You can do this while walking your dog, or while washing dishes, or on the bus, or even while doing your workout. One learner told me he listens to English podcasts while riding his bicycle. Another friend listens while cooking dinner. No extra time needed. Just replace silence or music with English audio, and you'll be surprised how much you absorb. Now let's move on to the second activity, shadowing. This one is powerful. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and say it at the same time, like an echo. Imagine the speaker says, "I'm feeling a bit tired today." You repeat right after them or with them. You match their voice, tone, and rhythm. Try it with different sentences. I'm having lunch with my friend. We're watching a movie tonight. She's learning how to drive. This trains your tongue, your mouth, and your brain to work together. It also helps your pronunciation and makes your speech sound more natural. We even have full episodes on this channel just for shadowing practice. You can start with short, simple lines and build up slowly. Trust me, after a few days of doing this, you'll be shocked at how much easier it feels to speak. All right, in the next part, we'll continue with 3 more powerful daily activities that you can do anytime, anywhere. We'll also talk about how your brain changes after 1 week, 1 month, and even more, just by doing these small daily habits. So stay with me, my friend. You've already taken the first step. Let's keep going together. Part 2. More simple daily habits that build your English step by step. Welcome back, my friend. In Part 1, we explored the idea that small, consistent practice is more powerful than long, rare study sessions. We talked about how brushing your teeth for 2 minutes every day is better than brushing once a year for 5 hours. And we saw how listening to English and shadowing short sentences can help you make big progress, even with just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Now let's continue. There are 3 more simple activities you can do daily, each one helping you build your English skills naturally. These ideas are easy, flexible, and you can start them today, even if you're busy, tired, or think you don't have time. Let's begin with the 3rd daily habit, reading a short story or article in English. Reading is one of the best ways to grow your vocabulary and learn how English sentences are built. But here's the key. Keep it short and simple. You don't need to read a whole novel or a long news report. Even one small paragraph can teach you a lot. For example, you could read a short English children's story like The Lion and the Mouse. The language is simple, but the message is strong. Or maybe a story like The Boy Who Cried Wolf. These stories are fun and full of useful sentences you'll see in real life. You'll find phrases like, he was afraid, or she told the truth. And these are sentences you can use in your own daily conversations. If you enjoy reading news, you could try a site that shares simple news in English, like News in Levels or The English Times. Read just one article. If the article says, the plane landed safely at 6 p.m., you can break that down. What is landed? What is safely? You don't have to look up every word. Try to guess the meaning from the sentence. If you really can't understand it, then check a dictionary, but don't stop too much. The goal is to enjoy reading, not to get stuck. You could also read a short paragraph from an English recipe, especially if you like cooking. Something like, add 2 cups of water and boil for 10 minutes. These are real-life English instructions, and reading them regularly builds your language power. Now, let's move to the 4th activity. Writing just 1 paragraph a day in English. Yes, writing helps your speaking too. You don't need to write an essay, just write 3 to 5 sentences every day. This helps you practice grammar, learn new words, and, most importantly, learn how to express your own thoughts in English. What can you write about? Start simple. Write about your day. Today I woke up at 7. I made some tea. Then I went to the market. I met my cousin. We talked about work. That's it. Short and simple. Or you can write about your plans. Tomorrow I will clean my room. I will go for a walk. I might watch a movie. You can even get creative. Write about your dreams or make up a short story. For example, last night I dreamed I was on a boat with a dog. We found a secret island. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be your words in English. That's what builds fluency. Another idea? Keep a small English journal. Write 1 sentence every night before bed. Over time, this becomes a beautiful record of your journey, and you'll be surprised to see how much your writing improves after just 1 month. And now let's talk about the 5th daily habit, talking to yourself in English. I know it might sound a little strange, but this is one of the most powerful tools you have, and it's completely free. You don't need a speaking partner. You don't need a teacher. You just need you. Talk out loud about what you're doing. For example, if you're getting ready in the morning, say, I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm washing my face. I'm making coffee. I'm checking my phone. If you're in the kitchen, I'm cutting vegetables. I'm boiling rice. I'm pouring water. Why is this so useful? Because it helps you think in English. It trains your brain to connect daily actions with English sentences. It also helps you get used to speaking without fear, because no one is judging you. You can make mistakes, try again, and build your voice. Some learners even pretend they are giving a tour of their house or explaining their city. This is my bedroom. There's a window. I can see the park from here. Or, in my city, there is a big temple. Many people go there on Sundays. These small self-conversations build speaking muscles. So now, let's say you've tried all 5 of these habits for one day. You listen to a podcast. You shadow one sentence. You read a short article. You write 5 sentences about your day. You talk to yourself for 2 minutes. That's it. You're done. But what happens next? Here's what's interesting. After just one day, you already feel better. You feel proud. You feel like, yes, I did something today. And maybe you learn one new sentence or understand one new phrase. Let's say you heard, hang on a second, and now you know it means wait for a moment. That's real progress. One small step forward. After 1 week, you've done this for 7 days. 7 short, focused sessions. Maybe some days you only did one activity. That's okay. The key is, you showed up. You practiced. And your brain starts to get more comfortable. You stop translating every sentence in your head. You start guessing the meaning from context. You say things a little faster. You hesitate less. Let's say on day 1, you struggled with, I'm heading out. By day 7, you understand it easily. You even start using it. Hey, I'm heading out. See you later. That's big. That's your brain rewiring itself, connecting sounds and meanings faster and smoother. After 1 month, your English starts to feel natural. You know more words. You can say longer sentences. You start to feel curious. What else can I learn? And most importantly, you stop worrying about mistakes. You realize mistakes are part of the journey. You're no longer afraid. You speak anyway. You also start recognizing patterns. For example, you notice how many English questions start with do you, or are you, or can you? So you begin making your own. Do you like pizza? Are you free tomorrow? Can you help me? You start building your own English toolbox. And that, my friend, is the real reward of consistency. It's not about being perfect. It's about becoming a little better every day. In part 3, we'll explore how to stay consistent, even when life gets busy. I'll share tools like checklists, routines, and fun ideas to keep your motivation alive. We'll also talk about how to enjoy the process and never feel bored. You're doing great so far. Let's keep going. Part 3. How to stay consistent and make English a part of your life. Welcome back, my friend. So far, we've learned something powerful. You don't need to study English for hours to improve. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can completely transform how you speak, think, and understand English. We've already talked about 5 simple things you can do every day: listening, shadowing, reading, writing, and speaking to yourself. Now the question is, how do we keep going? Because let's be honest, some days are tough. You might feel tired, you might feel lazy, or maybe you're busy with work, school, family, or travel. So in this final part, I'll give you some simple tips to help you stay consistent and enjoy the journey. Remember, this is not a race. It's a daily walk. Let's make it enjoyable. Let's begin with the first tip. Use a calendar or checklist to track your practice. This is a small habit that makes a big difference. You can draw a calendar on paper or use your phone. Write the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And next to each day, write what you did. For example, Monday, listened to podcast. Tuesday, shadowed sentences. Wednesday, wrote 5 lines. When you look back and see your progress, you'll feel proud. It's like seeing little gold stars on your effort. Even if you only practiced for 5 minutes, mark it. It counts. You're building something. You can even make it fun by using colors. Use blue for listening, red for writing, green for speaking. It's your chart. Make it feel like a game. Some learners even give themselves small rewards. If I practice 5 days in a row, I'll eat my favorite dessert. Or, if I complete 30 days, I'll buy a new notebook or book. These small celebrations keep the excitement alive. The second tip: set a timer. Yes, use your phone or alarm clock. Set it for 10 or 15 minutes. This simple step removes pressure. You're not telling yourself, I have to study for hours. You're saying, I'll just do this for 10 minutes. That feels easy. And often, once you start, you might go beyond 10 minutes without even realizing it. Let's say you only have time before bed. Set a timer and read a short story, or write 3 sentences, or shadow 5 lines. Done. If you want to stop, no problem. If you feel good, keep going. The timer is your friend. It helps you begin. Now, let's talk about the third tip. Pick the same time every day. When something happens at the same time daily, it becomes a habit. Like brushing your teeth in the morning or drinking tea after lunch. You don't need reminders. Your body and brain know it's time. Try this with English. Maybe you listen to English while brushing your teeth, or while having breakfast, or right before sleeping. It could be during your evening walk, or when you're waiting for the bus. If you attach English to another daily activity, you're more likely to remember and follow through. For example, one of our viewers, Arjun, always listens to an English podcast while cooking dinner. Another learner, Maria, reads a short article while commuting on the train. This kind of habit linking is powerful. It helps you build English into your real life without needing extra time. Now comes the fourth and very important tip. Make your English practice fun. Yes, fun. Learning doesn't have to be boring. In fact, if it feels boring, you probably won't continue. So choose things that you enjoy. If you like cooking, read recipes in English. Watch a cooking video where someone explains how to make pasta or biryani in English. If you enjoy music, learn the lyrics to your favorite English songs. try singing along. It helps with pronunciation and rhythm. If you love movies or TV shows, watch with English subtitles. Start with simple shows like Friends or The Office. Repeat funny or emotional lines. Laugh and learn at the same time. Maybe you love sports. Great. Read short match reports in English. Learn words like goal, penalty, score, team, and use them. If you like travel, watch travel vlogs in English. You'll not only learn language, but also culture and new places. Even video games can help. Many learners play games in English and learn phrases like, let's go, watch out, or I need help. It becomes natural and fun because you're learning while enjoying something you already love. Also, don't make things too difficult. Use tools that are easy to reach. Keep your favorite podcast app on your phone's home screen. Bookmark your favorite English story website. Keep a small notebook and pen near your bed or on your desk. When everything is ready, it's easier to begin. Now here's something deep I want you to remember. Consistency is like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't see a tree the next day. You water it. You wait. You give it sunlight. And one day, a small green shoot appears. Then it grows into a little plant. And after weeks or months, there it is, a tree with strong roots and green leaves. This journey is just like that. You might not feel big results in the first 3 days, but keep going. Day after day, your brain is changing. Your mouth is learning. Your fear is disappearing. One day, you'll be in a conversation and suddenly realize, hey, I understood that whole sentence. Or, wow, I just replied in English without thinking too much. That moment is your tree. That moment is the result of your daily watering. Let's also talk about one more thing. Don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is yours. Some people speak faster. Some know more words. That's okay. You don't need to be better than them. You only need to be better than the you from yesterday. If yesterday you didn't practice, but today you did, that's success. If today you made a small mistake, but you spoke anyway, that's courage. If you understood just one new word, that's progress. It all counts. It all matters. Before we end, here's a little challenge for you. For the next 7 days, practice English for just 10 minutes a day. Pick any of the 5 activities: listening, shadowing, reading, writing, or speaking out loud. Keep a note of what you did. And at the end of the week, write a sentence in the comments or your notebook. This week I practiced every day, and I feel so. Fill in the blank with your feeling. This is not homework. It's not a test. It's a gift to yourself. You're building a new skill. You're planting a tree that will give you fruit for life. So, my friend, remember this. You've already started. That means you're ahead of many people who are still waiting. Keep going. Make English a part of your daily life. Make it fun. Make it easy. And make it yours. I'm Tom, and this is Simple Spoken English. You are doing better than you think. Keep showing up. Keep smiling. and I'll see you in the next episode.